Welcome into another episode of Smitty Snippets. Today I'm joined by my lovely sister, Christina.
I'm back, baby.
Okay, that's why we don't have anybody watching this right now because stuff like that. We got a pretty good show tonight. We're gonna talk about some shows, some movies, some stuff
Mm-hmm.
that I did not like.
Mm-mm.
So
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
hope you stick around for that. I'm glad you decided to hang out with us on your Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Chris, what you got? You know, say hi to the nice people.
Thank y'all for joining us. We really appreciate you guys for coming in for another episode, week to week, every week. Those of y'all that join us on our lives, we really appreciate your dedication to the show and our nonsense that we read off for 2 hours.
Yeah,
Thank you for joining.
yeah, yeah. All right, so what you got planned for the weekend? Just hang around for so we can get a few more people in here.
It's going to be nice this weekend, so I'll probably be doing my usual summertime spring routine, working out in the yard. I might actually break out the grill because it's going to be so warm. What about you?
Sounds interesting. I'm gonna try and find something that's not trash on TV to watch. Something that is good for once. Because
No,
I
that's
don't know
going to
what
be
has
tough.
happened to I don't know what has happened to TV shows and movies, but it's like
Mm-hmm.
they don't even care anymore. So
Mm-mm.
I don't
Nope.
know. I'll find something.
Yeah.
So all right, hit me
Yep.
with that news, man. What we got?
We have quite a bit of news today. I know there was a bunch of you guys. I was watching the Discord. There was a bunch of you guys yesterday watching the announcement from Marvel. Marvel held a Twitter. I refuse to call it by its other name. Hostage yesterday with the cast announcement and letting everyone know that the film is now in production with regard to Doomsday. They used the visual of director chairs with actors' names on the back and drip fed, because it was a very long announcement, drip fed the cast list over 6 hours. They announced 27 people. I will just name a few. You have Chris Hemsworth as Thor, Anthony Mackie as Captain America, Letitia Wright as Black Panther, Florence Pugh as Black Widow. You had some surprising names, or maybe not. Patrick Stewart, he's coming back as Professor X, and McClellan as Magneto, Alan Cumming as Nightcrawler, and you have Channing Tatum as Gambit, which are their usual characters. You also have Robert Downey Jr. coming back as Doctor Doom. What do you think about that particular announcement?
Yeah, I'll tell you in a second. Hang on. First of all, I want to say hello to some new people. DJ Smash who wants us to talk about. Wait, Mask 304. My bad, I can't read. He wants us to talk about Severance and what we thought about the ending. We'll talk about it in a second.
Will
As far
do.
as Downing playing Doom, from what I hear, there is a comic where uh, Iron Man goes a different route, and
Mm-hmm.
instead of becoming Iron Man, he's jealous of whoever does become Iron Man. He's still just as smart, but instead of being a good guy, he becomes Doom. And I'm interested to see how this goes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a lot of faith in Marvel anymore. I've kind of watched Marvel burn up their currency,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm hoping that it's good. You know, I hope they don't waste Robert Downey Jr. and that
I
they
think
they start
with
something good again.
yesterday's announcement, I think part of the reason why they made it as long as they did was because they are trying to bring back their fan base. Because I'm hoping that they've realized the error of their ways over the last few episodes or movies that they've put out, and that they plan on doing. But I'm
I don't
hoping
think they
that
did. I think they were grasping at straws, and they was like, "Listen, Robert, please, please, we
RDJ.
ain't got shit right yet. Okay, we ain't did nothing right since you left. I need you to come back.
Stupid.
I need you to come back. We pay you a boatload of money. Can we
No.
start all over? Can you please come back? Because we can't do nothing."
Okay, well, I don't. Well, hopefully, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Scooby Doo is coming out with a live action series set for Netflix. What? I thought you'd be
Scooby
interested.
Doo.
No.
Wait, no, it's interested. I don't care about no damn Scooby Doo.
So during the plot is outlined that during their during their final summer at camp, old friend Shaggy, Daphne get embroiled in a haunting mystery surrounding a lonely lost Great Dane puppy that may have been a witness to a supernatural murder. So
Yeah, so Scooby Doo, because that's
yeah,
exactly what Scooby Doo is.
I'm just saying. Um, you have Juan Esposito
There you go.
reveals DC villain he would like to portray. Do you know? Do you have a guess who that might be?
In Scooby Doo,
No, Juan Esposito in DC, a DC villain he would want to portray.
no, I
Okay,
have no idea.
he wants to
No
play
idea.
Batman's villain, Mr. Freeze. In an interview he had with IGN is when he made that announcement. No.
I mean, I want money. You know what I'm saying? But we don't get what we want, and I feel like I like him as an actor. Right? He's fantastic in that. I feel like he tries to do too much. You know what I'm saying? Like he was in Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
Now that wasn't it. You know that wasn't the move for him. You know what I'm saying? And you want to see a 75-year-old man running around strapped trying to take out Captain America. That's not a good look. You know,
Well,
nobody wants to see that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to see that. And I'm just being real. Just like
so,
Denzel Washington in what is it? What's the movie he just did? The three movies.
oh, he
You know
did
what I'm
well
talking
in
about?
those. I thought those were amazing movies that
Where
he
he
did.
sets his
Yeah.
watch and he beats people up.
Yeah, yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
I like Denzel. Denzel's one of my favorite characters. Nobody's buying that 80-year-old black man
Oh,
beating the hell
knock
out
it.
of people.
I think
Okay,
he did
you know
well
it's
in those
true. You know
movies.
it's true.
No,
So
I think he did
it's the
well.
same thing.
All right, one last announcement and then we'll get to yours. Oliver Richards, who plays the walking building Paulie in season 3 of Amazon's Reacher, says that there's a role he would love to take on in a new Amazon series currently in development. The actor admitted that once he heard about Prime Video's God of War television adaptation based on PlayStation's popular mythology-themed video game, he wanted to be in it and asked his agent to help him pursue the opportunity now that he has a relationship with Prime Video. He stated last week it was announced by Amazon that they're going to make God of War. Of course, I want to be Kratos. Are you familiar with this, Smitty? I
Yeah,
don't know who
I love
Kratos
Kratos.
is. Okay, he wants to play
It's amazing.
Kratos.
God of
Okay.
War is amazing.
Okay, well, that's who he wants to
Yeah.
play. He went on to say, I'm just too darn big, but there's a god that's bigger than Kratos, and that's Tyr, Tyr. I don't know. Is that how you pronounce that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He wasn't big in the game. He was.
He said he wants to play him or Thor, or he could potentially play that god or Thor.
I mean, that's fine.
So, mm-hmm.
That's fine. That's fine. I mean,
No,
I
you
have to
don't.
see it. So we gotta wait. We gotta wait. You
Okay.
know, I've been wrong before. I thought that the last guy who was gonna play Batman was gonna screw it up. The dude from Twilight. I thought that was a mistake. And then when I saw him on screen, he actually did a damn good job. So I'm not gonna
Okay.
jump the gun. You know,
All
let's
right.
see what happens.
All right. One last bit. He also said that he wants to portray Hagrid from the Harry Potter series, which is being rebooted, and or
Why?
Colossus from.
Why are we redoing Harry Potter?
That's what
It
I said.
it's
Literally what I said. Okay, we're gonna move on to your to your bit of news.
Final Destination. Second
Mm-hmm.
trailer's out, and it looks like it ties all the movies together. It looks like it's gonna be really, really good. So I've never, thought that I was gonna get a great story out of Final Destination, but it is raw. I don't know if you've seen it. You can probably check it out while you're talking to us or while we're talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like this one's gonna make you like, oh, just squirm a little bit. Some of the deaths are bad, really, really bad. Uh, so yeah, give that a watch. I was
Okay.
told on here that there's another Predator coming out. Have you heard of this?
Me? No, I haven't heard of it, but I don't doubt it
All right, so it looks
because they
like I
have
got some
another
catching up to
alien
do.
coming out. So they kind of
That's a
are
show. That's a show.
alien.
Alien Earth. You didn't
Oh,
see
I
the
thought it
trailer?
was a movie. I thought it was a
No,
movie. Okay.
no,
Okay.
no.
Well,
So,
excuse me.
um, and the did you talk about the that crappy teaser that everybody had to sit there and watch with Robert Downey Jr. for the new Marvel movie?
Well, I went over Marvel, but I didn't point out the teaser. No.
Yeah,
What
everybody had to
happened?
sit there for. Did you see it?
No, I did not. Sorry.
Okay, so it's just chair after chair after chair with name
Mm-hmm.
after name after name,
Yeah,
and then
that's
they
what I just
finally
went
get to
over.
yeah, they
Yeah.
finally get to the last chair, and it is him. So I don't think it was worth all of that. You know, how about you start shooting some stuff, and then show that
You
instead
don't
of
think it was the six
this.
worth the 6 hours?
No, we
Wait.
know Downey's in it. I know. I saw. I saw. They introduced him on stage. I know. How about we get to you get. Now let's start
Okay.
shooting. Let's start making stuff.
Well,
Let's
that's
go.
why I said I think genuinely they wanted to get their fan base excited about it so that when it is completed, production's completed, when they're done putting everything on the cutting room floor, whatever, and it's out, that their fan base will be in a mad rush to go watch it. I'm telling you, that's what I think it is. Whether it's good or bad, I don't know, but I think that's the reason why they did it. Marvel knows they have a very dedicated fan base.
All right, that's fine. Before we get started, Millette, we're gonna talk about Severance real quick so we can help out
Yes. Yes.
this person who was asking about Severance.
Mm-hmm.
What did I think? I know you talked about it before, but how was the Severance ending? It was trash. The
Well, it
Severance ending
wasn't.
was absolute trash.
No, it wasn't.
Trash.
No, it
I didn't.
wasn't.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it. You need to go watch it because it's hard to explain. But I didn't like it. The only thing that was good about that episode was Milchek. Milchek was the best part about that entire episode.
Yeah. I don't think it was trash. I just found it confusing. Like where did they expect they ran off like they were running off into La La Land or whatever. Where are they going to, the two of them? They're both innies. Where are they going to live is the question.
I don't think
Because
they. I don't think they think that. I think that they're just trying to. They know that it's not going to last, but they want to be with each other for as long as they can be.
I get it, but I don't know. I don't think it was bad. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was pretty good. Milchek had me laugh my ass off, so I sure as hell thought it was good. But I just think there are some bits and pieces to it that they really need to wrap up. You have um everyone again kind of just separating, going out on and doing their own thing. So where you had that core group, where you had that solid group of four, Dylan, Irvin, Mark, and Helly, it's no longer that solid group um, because of what's happened. But I really think that I know you don't believe it, and I hope the writers prove me right. I am absolutely hoping that Milchick steps up and does the right thing. Right
He ain't.
now, I know
He ain't
I
gonna
know
do it.
you I think he will. I think he will. I think he will. And Cobell. I think she's already stepped up to show, but I don't think she's doing it for the right reasons. So we have to see. We have to see. She's doing it because she was the proprietor of what Lumen is now using, right? So she just is angry about that. She's not doing it because she wants to see them live their best life.
I mean, it's fine. I didn't like the episode. It. I'm not. I mean, I'm not gonna rehash everything. I didn't like the episode. Okay.
Okay.
They could fix it next season, but me personally, I didn't like the way it ended.
Okay.
I thought Milchek was hilarious. I thought
Hmm.
just like everybody else that Milchek was going to turn the other cheek and be a good guy. No, he didn't do that. He just started dancing and doing all types of weird stuff, and it just it didn't happen like that. Okay, so I don't I don't know what to tell you. You got to watch it for yourself. But when you watch it, I need you to come back on Discord and let me know what
Hmm.
you think. Listen,
Yeah.
Discord is free. It's
Yep.
absolutely free.
Hmm.
All you got to do is click on the link. We talk about movies all week.
That's right.
Let me know if you got any ideas for movies. If there's a movie that you saw you want to talk about,
Hmm.
I'll make a section for it, and you can
Hmm.
talk about it. I'll respond, and we could just do that until the next show. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We appreciate y'all hanging out, and
Hmm.
yeah. So
Hmm.
all right. So what's the first show that we have tonight?
We are going to talk about Daredevil. This week we had 2 episodes of Daredevil, episodes 5 and 6. And your niece wanted me to make sure you were aware that she absolutely thought episode 5 brought the character of Matt forward some, that they brought him some a little bit, that it, you don't agree?
I mean, I get it. It's like a double-edged sword, right? You want to
Mm-hmm.
tell a really, really good story, then you have to get deep with Matt
Mm-hmm.
and his problems and his inability to let go of the death of Foggy. So in that
Mm-hmm.
regard, it's a fantastic story. Um, but there are some aspects that are, for me, they're getting better, but are
Mm-hmm.
confusing. So,
Such as, well,
Kingpin,
unless you want, well, let's start with episode 5 and then we'll
yeah,
move on into
yeah,
Kingpin. Okay. So episode 5, basically the entire episode takes place in a bank. Matt happens to be there when a bank robbery is going down with a bunch of individuals on St. Patrick's Day, or while it's being celebrated, excuse me, throughout the city. Um, so he's there trying to get a bank loan to grow his legal practice. And the you did you notice Miss Marvel, her father was the interim bank manager? That
no,
you didn't watch the show? Okay. Well, he was the interim bank manager or the assistant bank manager.
Miss
Um,
Marvel.
Miss
I
That was a
watched
good
that.
show.
Yes.
I'm
No,
sorry.
I don't. No, no, no,
Anyway,
no,
anyway,
no.
anyway. So, yeah, so after he leaves is when the robbery takes place. He hears it and he comes back, and that's when everything, goes down. So what did you think about this particular episode?
Um, I, I'm, it's okay. Again, it's the same story. Like they're getting deep with um what's his name? It's not King. I'm talking Kingpin's real name. What's his name?
Oh, why are you making me work?
Matt, and I know Casanova's gonna hit me with. Anyway, you know what I'm
Frank,
talking about when I say,
oh
huh?
no, no, wrong person.
You know what I'm talking about.
Vincent Diaforano. I can't say his name.
No, no,
Fisk.
no, that's
Isn't
not
that
it.
Fisk's name?
Fisk, yeah, Fisk, Fisk,
Oh, I thought
Fisk.
you were talking about the actor's name.
No, but thank you.
Okay, but go ahead.
So Daredevil and or Matt and Fisk seem to be going through the same thing at the same time,
Mhm,
right?
mhm, mhm,
Uh, Fisk is having his problems with his wife and trying to get his business or trying to be a good mayor, but he's falling back into his old ways. Um, Matt is trying to leave his old ways. He does not currently want to be Daredevil, and he's trying his best not to slip back into his old ways. But it seems like both characters are being pulled in 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 their respective directions.
mhm.
Right? Fisk wants to do the right thing, but he has to deal with the fact that his wife has cheated on him with this dude. By the way, who who would mess with Fisk's wife? Right? The second you told me who she was, like, yo, you married, girl? Huh? You got somebody? Fisk? Oh, my bad. My bad. I would not have done that. Fisk? He
The
run the
heart
whole city.
wants what the heart wants. You can't.
No.
You can't.
No. 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 So, yeah, in that regard, it's fantastic show. I think
Mhm.
they have to start to
Broaden it out a little bit.
get things going in the right directions. We got to start
Mhm.
this engine. We
Right. Mhm.
I understand that they hurting. right? Foggy and Kingpin, they hurt, right? But we gotta. These are comic book characters. We gotta start. We gotta start doing something.
Okay, but Kingpin is not only is he dealing with the issue of infidelity with regard to his wife, he's trying to, I'm saying this very loosely, he's trying to do things right, right? So he's trying to step away from his criminal enterprise, and he's trying to do things how he sees it as being right. Not that it is necessarily, but that's how he views it. So so both of them are trying to do things in a differently than what they're used to, and it's difficult for them both to try and bring themselves excuse me, back into their old character, because they're trying to pull away from that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's it just has to be a little bit better, I guess. Right? You can't introduce Punisher and have him damn near choke Matt out, and then have him just disappear for a couple episodes, right? You can't do that.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't do that. You can't do
Well,
that. So
go ahead.
I mean, that's just my point. Do superhero shit. Like, do
He did. He beat the
no.
crap out of the guy in the last few minutes of the episode.
Yeah, yeah. I got questions about that. I got questions about that. You go first, though. You go first. You
I
you.
liked it. I liked it. I mean, he went through and he was able to, circumvent the bad guys in whatever way that he did without violence completely. I think him being able to catch the gun on the steps and all of that jazz, that kind of had me. I was like, wait a minute, buddy. But I think it was a good overall episode. It was more of a filler to some degree, as your niece pointed out, but also to some degree, it, in a sense, made him realize the importance of Daredevil, why Daredevil has a role to play in society, and why he needs to step back into that role, which goes hand in hand into episode 6 as well.
Yeah,
But what was your
I don't know why my brain works this way, but I see stuff that even in good shows, I see stuff that is like, no, that should not happen. Like for instance, was Daredevil using a computer? Did I see him using a laptop? He was using a laptop. Now somebody told me in Discord that he had an earpiece in, and the screen was talking to him, right? But
yeah,
I've seen him. I've seen him like type it. You know what I'm saying?
they have it where people who are visually impaired are able to use a computer still.
I'm just saying, like, how you know you made it to the search bar? Because like you just be typing stuff in. You don't know you made it to the search bar.
You
You know,
still.
you don't know that.
Oh my
Um,
god.
when he was fighting Muse, so Muse, I guess, is in the comic book. I've never
Hmm.
heard of him before. Of course, I've never read Daredevil comics, and
They're called
uh,
graphic novels, by the way.
Casanova says yes, he was using the laptop to the audio. Okay, so all right, so I mean, that's fine. I've just seen him use the laptop a few times, and I was like, hang on, hold up, right? Explain this one though, right? Um, Muse was in the train tunnel. Okay,
Hmm.
he was underground behind a train in a deep tunnel underground. Right?
Hmm.
Took Daredevil
Hmm.
15 minutes to find him. 15 minutes. Took Daredevil, a blind man, 15 minutes to
That's in the
find this
next
dude.
episode. That's in the
It
next
would have took
episode.
me all week. All week. I'd have been like, I don't know. I have no idea where. I don't know. I would not have found him. He found him in 15 minutes. 15 bikes. No. No, I don't care what kind of vision you got. I don't care about that echolocation. I don't care about none of
So,
that.
yeah.
You can't explain some of these moves with echolocation. You just can't.
So I
Okay?
agree. I agree. Well, that's why they didn't even show it, because it would have been nonsensical. But I agree. Like, it didn't make sense how he was able to locate the young lady who was going to be his next victim. Um, but he had to, I guess, find her. So
That quick? That quick? He found her. He found her that quick.
Well, I just have a problem with the fact that the girl doesn't seem to have a family. Like she's just always out wandering. I
Oh,
mean,
she pissed me off too. She pissed me off too.
why?
Cause she came into his office and she was like, "You ain't
Oh
gonna
yeah,
do
yeah,
nothing,
yeah,
huh?
yeah,
I knew
yeah,
you was. I knew you
yeah,
wasn't shit. You ain't gonna
yeah.
do nothing, huh? They
Yeah,
killed
she
my
got on my
uncle.
nerves.
Girl,
Yeah,
listen, listen,
yeah,
listen. I defended your uncle, your dumbass uncle who got picked up for doing dumb stuff, huh? Who killed, threw a cop in front
yeah,
of a train. I, I,
yeah,
I represented him for free.
yeah.
Okay, and then
And then he went right back out. Yeah, yeah. I was talking smack during that scene too, but
I got your uncle off, so I don't want to hear all that. Okay, I'm free of all responsibility. You can save all that mess. Okay, I got him off. Everything else he did after that is up to him. Did nobody ask him to go out and use the
oh
city as a
word.
jungle gym? Did nobody tell him to do that? Huh? You could have stayed home. Huh? He could have played dad. He could have played dad or something, but he didn't want to do that.
Oh my
Maybe y'all look in
goodness.
the mirror. Maybe that's why he didn't want to be home. Huh? Maybe y'all piss him off, and he
That's
got to go out and burn up some steam.
that's his niece. That's not
Maybe
his
that's what it is.
daughter. My God. Lisa Wright says she needs a curfew. Yes, I agree because I don't know why. How you? First of all, at her age, I wouldn't have been just sliding up into no morgue talking about I want to see him on all this, that, and the third. I wouldn't have been just at his law firm talking smack like you said. And then she's just out wandering the street like she's like, that's all right, I'll find him myself. What are we doing?
I'd cursed at him. I'm being real. I'd have cursed at him. I'd have been like, bitch, where you at? Swear to God, if I get my goddamn hands
You
on you,
stupid.
you know what I did today? Huh? You know the people I helped? Say something else. Where you at? I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now, it will go down. Because he has done everything he is supposed to do.
I
Everything.
agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. But
So
now let's go back to episode 5 when he's in the bank or whatever. What was your problem with that particular episode?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be real. I did not watch that episode. I thought when 6 came out that was the latest episode. So when you talk about somebody in the goddamn bank, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm having to sit up here and fake it. I didn't even see it. So you go ahead and break down. You go ahead and break down 5. I did not see it.
Oh
What
my
happened in 5?
God. I literally just laid out 5. He was
I was gonna try and fake, but you keep asking me all these goddamn questions.
well,
Huh?
that's the
What'd you
premise of
think
the
about
show.
that one
Many
scene?
snippets. That is the premise of our show.
But I thought that 6 was the new thing. You just keep picking. Huh? What'd you think about that one scene with when them in the bathroom? I don't know what you're talking about. So I'm tired of faking.
so
Huh? So you break it down to me.
so
What happened in 5?
in 5, he's at the bank. He's trying to get a loan. I literally just went through this. He's trying to get a loan. Someone comes in to rob the bank. They try and make it seem like they're there for the money. However, you find out that they're there to steal it for some, I don't know if it was like a canary colored diamond, yellow diamond or something like that. Anyway, he comes in, he turns around, he whoops their butt, saves the day, leaves the diamond at the bank, and they, were none the wiser that they didn't have the diamond until after it was too late. The police were there, et cetera, et cetera.
Was Muse
So
in it?
no, not that episode. And Fist wasn't in it either. It was literally just an episode focused on Matt in the bank.
So I don't understand why. Why would they do that? Right?
Because it's pulling
It's
the
usually
character.
one episode a week. One episode a week. Now they dropping episodes like M&M's. They just falling out of their pocket. So I'm expecting one episode every week. Now they just dropping whatever they want to, whatever day. Oh, let's drop 3 today. I didn't know. I thought I was watching the very next episode. Stupid. I swear to God, I hate the
My
world.
God. So anyway, so he ends up terribly breaking the leg of one of the culprits or whatever. So yes, now we slide into episode 6 that apparently you did see, where he's getting into this particular situation and he puts on his outfit again.
Yeah, I don't like his eyes.
Oh my God.
I
What
don't
about
like
his
his eyes. Huh? You
what
see
about
his
his
eyes? They're just massive.
They're
They're
in the
massive. They are huge, and they don't look right. They don't look right. They don't look right.
well,
I'm just saying. I mean, it's cool and all, but they just don't. They don't look superhero-y. You know what I'm saying?
okay. All right.
You know
Well,
what I mean?
okay. Well, I didn't dislike either episode. I think episode 5 that you didn't see was again more of a filler, but it did move. I literally think and it did move his character forward a little bit, because if you use that episode and use what he was there for, or how he was able to help the other hostages that were in the bank, keep everybody safe, keep people from being injured, and that, and then tie that into episode 6 with him helping the niece of White Tiger. That's where he's, because you heard him say F it, or is that what he said when the, what was it, the aunt of the little girl called him like she's run away, she's never done this before, can't find her, blah blah blah. Is that what he
See,
said?
Lisa Wright. Lisa Wright knows I'm right.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah, she don't
I
like
don't
guys neither. So like
well
that.
then, all
Uh,
right,
yeah.
I won't disagree. There was some CGI in episode 6 that I didn't like. Particularly when he, I guess it was when he first put on the Daredevil uniform and he's jumping over the buildings or whatever. It just looks messier than it
That's why it's dark. That's why they
has
make
in.
it dark.
Right, but how is it supposed to be advanced technology, but it looks worse than it did only a
Every
few years
time,
ago?
every single time you see Daredevil on screen, it is gonna be pitch black. I guarantee you, he ain't coming out during the day. Huh? It's gonna be in an alley with no lights. That's where he's gonna be. When he went to chase the muse, he was in a subway, a dark
Mhm.
ass subway. And
Mhm.
when he was swinging through the top of the buildings,
Mhm.
dark, real dark.
Yeah, but at least they're trying to use live action people or stunt doubles or whatever for most of the actual fight scenes. So I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that.
What'd you think about Fisk beating the absolute ished
Breaks
out
off
of
of the
yeah, that
um
dude is dumb.
I but
He
I
is
don't
a
think
dummy.
that had really to do with the guy. I think that has more literally to do with his wife. I don't think it has really anything to do with the affair. I think it has more to do with the fact that his wife was able to get the status that she was able to have when he was out of the picture, and she wants it back, and he doesn't want her to have, so they're having that tug of war. So that's the only way that he's able to let out his frustrations. That's what I think that it is.
Yeah, it's like it's like an outlet for him. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
not just about him, it's about everything. So he has a
Right.
bad day, he just come home, beat the shit out of this dude to feel better about himself.
You're right,
Uh,
right.
at one point he opens the cage
Mm-hmm.
and he throws an axe in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then old buddy looks at it and decides to take a run at Fisk. Listen, I'm just gonna tell you what I would do.
You
Okay,
wouldn't.
from Smith. No, he threw it to me. He threw it to me. If it was one thing, if it was on the wall, I went and got it. Right? He threw me an axe and stood there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Which means you got something. You you're not gonna let me touch you with this. Clearly, you've done this before. Right? Clearly, you know how to get around this axe. There's something
Right.
faulty with the axe, right, or something. But I'm not gonna swing at you. You either crazy or crazy. I'm not gonna
You're
beat you.
either
You just threw
crazy
this
or
ass at me.
crazy.
Yeah, you just threw this ass.
What's the other
You
option?
just threw this axe at me. I clearly know you have something. You can clearly beat the crap out of me, right? You doing this? I'd have threw it down. Like I am so sorry, Fisk. Listen. Let's go get a beer, man. You know, let's talk about this. I ain't want her no way. You know, I was trying to look out for her for you.
Wow. Wow.
I was just trying to make sure nobody else was gonna holler at her. That's it.
I
That's
have
it.
I have a listen, I have a question. Shana says, I have a question. Before he beat up the guy, so we know this season, and I would have to presume that it's done purposefully, but we know this season Fisk is slimmer, right?
Yeah.
When he went to go to this black tie dinner or whatever, remember he was putting on the jacket and he ripped it. He was like, oh,
Yeah. I don't know what's up with that. I don't
is
know.
he getting, because he's getting back to his older self? Like, is he supposed to be getting bigger?
I guess. I guess. I don't know if they
Mhm.
what they're gonna give him shoulder pads, but
They did the last time
yeah,
in the
they
other
did.
shows or
In
whatever.
Echo, yeah, they gave him shoulder pads in
Mhm.
Echo too.
Mhm.
Again, I love the story. I really do love the story. I can't wait for the uh, pairing of Daredevil and Punisher. I want to see them together. I want to see what they have to do, how they're going to get at Fisk. What are they going to have to deal with? So, I mean, it's a very interesting show. The
Mhm. Mhm.
CGI might be messed up because they got Daredevil only coming out at night and doing all sorts of stuff. So, and ain't no telling what's going on with that, but we'll see. You know, he gonna have to change at some point. I know he's gonna put on the gold and red, and
Mhm.
we'll see what happens with that. But I'm just waiting to see the team up. Give me the
Okay.
team up.
All right. Okay. And there it is, folks. All
Now
right.
I got one more. I got one more because I
Okay.
told you I see stuff right now. Matt or Daredevil can hear heartbeats.
Right.
Right,
Mhm.
he can
Mhm.
hear heartbeats. He beat the snot out of Muse
Mhm.
and then
Mhm.
left him on the ground unconscious. How 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 does a man who can hear heartbeats have someone get up and sneak out the room and you don't hear him? How does that happen?
But he was focused on the girl. He was focused. He was and I think if we let's just try and put ourselves in his predicament where he just had Foggy die before his eyes and he's I guess caring about this little girl. He feels responsible for her, especially after what happens to her uncle. So he's not paying attention. I agree with you. There are some missteps that they're taking in the show with regard to, but they can't like they got to move the storyline forward. Now, the problem that I have with it, me myself personally, is excuse me, like I understand that you have to have your villains, right? But like when I was watching and what was the name? Invincible?
Yep.
The okay. So if I have to, I would have to agree with his half brother and start taking them out. Because every time something happens, you never get rid of them and they always end up coming back. Right? Just like what happened with the very last episode and they just put him in the bunker in concrete or whatever. Like that's not going to hold him. Like we know he's going to end up getting out. They always end up getting out. So same thing here. You had him where you could have destroyed him and you didn't. And he's going to
Yeah,
end up showing up again.
I guess. So Frankenstein brought up a really good point. When he was
What's
beating the
that?
crap out of that dude, he just yelled, "Mine!" Did you see that part?
I saw it. I don't very
Yeah, he was
specifically
handling that. He
recall
was
it.
handling that dude, handling him. He was just throwing his ass all over that dungeon, just making it happen, screaming, just yelling out all
Well,
sorts
but
of
I think that's
profanities.
more visceral because Daredevil did too. I think it was just more of a guttural, just scream, just a, eh, I don't know.
Yeah, but like you said, I think this is. I thought this was a filler episode because they're just fighting. They're just fighting like miscreants at this point. Muse, huh? Somebody painting walls with people's blood.
Uh huh.
What is this? What is this? Huh? Are you? Come on, man. Here's a paintbrush and some paint. I went and got you some real paint.
He
Stop
don't.
using people's blood.
No, he don't know how to do that. He don't
So
know how to do that. All
yeah,
right.
I mean,
Well, very good.
yeah. Hopefully the next episode will be even better, and we get an even better look at Punisher, and
Mm-hmm.
start to see some fight.
Well, I
So
think next episode you'll get them closer and closer to the two of them having their ultimate, not ultimate battle, but the two of them starting to come back into the equation where they are at each other specifically. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So, all right,
All right. What else
we're
we got?
going to move on to Electric State.
Oh my Jesus! Did you watch it?
I unfortunately did. The worst 2.5 hours of my life that I'll never get back.
I So I had heard it was bad, right? I'd
Mm-hmm.
heard that it was bad, and um, I I think I wasn't really expecting much when I first started watching it. And the beginning was okay. Like
Mm-hmm.
premise was decent. And then
Mm-hmm.
it just went into like little kid land and it stayed
Mm-hmm.
there.
Mm-hmm.
And it
That's what I was
stayed there.
thinking. Like, did they build this as a kids movie? But I don't think they did.
Yeah. Everything was just kind of like I don't know. It just didn't make sense to me. Huh? And
I
none
just
of it made sense to me. Why is what happened? There's a war between people and robots. You're just gonna skip over that like it was nothing. And then
they didn't skip
we
over
got
it. They
we got
gave
a
the
super
reason.
smart kid that took a test
Mm-hmm.
and his mom got into a car accident and hit a deer
Mm-hmm. Mom and dad,
and
yeah.
and then they scanned the kid's brain and it was like, oh, he's a genius. Tell his sister he died. We taking him. What? What is all of this? What is this?
Yeah.
What is happening? So yeah, I didn't understand a whole lot about what was going on there. And then they had Mr.
Mm-hmm.
Peanut and then and it was just odd. Like did y'all see it in the comment section? Did y'all watch Electric State? What
It
did
was
y'all think?
awful.
What'd you think
It
of
was
it?
awful. I hated it. Like I tried to watch it before you and I talked about covering it, and I think I had only got maybe 45 if that minutes into it, and I was like, I've had enough. And then you were like, "Oh, let's cover it." And I'm like, "Shit. All right.
Yeah.
Well, guess I got to watch
It,
this." It was
it took me
awful.
8 hours.
You and me
It took
both.
me 8 hours to watch
You
it.
and me both. It was.
8.
And the thing about it is, like, Millie Bobby Brown isn't a terrible actor. There are
No.
some things that she does that, like, and don't get me wrong, I know acting is a very difficult art, is a very difficult craft. I get it. There are a couple of things that she does that I could look over, but they do bother me. It's like some ticks or whatever that she has. Fine, fine, fine. But she's too good of an actor for this nonsense. Like, this was absolute, I'm sorry, trash. I think the writer, and I unfortunately didn't look them up, had too many ideas that they were
Yeah.
just trying to like vomit out into one film. Um, it was too much. And some of the like processes, like, why do we physically have to go back to the building for him to be I, whatever. Like, if he was able to mentally escape through whatever fake hole, like whatever hole in the process y'all put in there, why did we physically have to go there for it to
Yeah.
end up killing him
Yeah.
in the end?
Yeah.
I don't get
Yeah.
it.
And when uh Millie Bobby Brown's character first meets her brother as a robot, right?
Hmm.
He can't talk. Like all
Hmm.
he got Bumblebee voice.
Right, yeah.
Right? He can't talk. So then he took the little cap off his head and she fixed his voice. And you still couldn't understand shit he was saying. Nothing.
Mm-mm.
What?
No.
Why? Why did you turn that on? What was the
Well,
point? We still got to play charades and shit so that you can understand what is going
yeah,
on.
yeah,
You're just saying stuff.
yeah.
Huh? I know you know letters and words. Say those things. Put them
He
together in a real sentence.
Well, the references were whatever was pre-programmed in this robot.
I wouldn't have went. I was like, I'm not going nowhere until you tell me what the hell
Oh
is
my!
going on.
So
I don't want to hear
y'all
none
to
of that.
just never, y'all to just
No,
never.
no,
Okay.
no, no, no. And for her, would you have believed it if somebody would have came up and was just like, I
Well,
was like,
well,
yeah,
that
my
was
brother
their
used to do that.
thing. Yeah,
No,
that was
no,
their. No, you wouldn't
no, I'm
have.
not following you. No,
Okay, all right.
I'm following
Well, what did you think about and what is his name? The villain. I can't remember his name.
you.
And he's got like
Yeah,
a cooking show
I
and
know you're talking
everything.
about.
Hey, Saggy, thanks for joining.
Saggy, what's up? I thought his motivations were stupid.
Yeah.
His motivations were dumb. You wanted this really smart kid. So what? Why?
So because his brain power alone was able to basically keep everything going without the need for whatever technology they were using before, which had glitches in it. It was causing problems for everything to keep going. Basically, is what that was.
What stuff? What was he using? What was he
The headsets
using?
everybody was using, all of that, where everybody was hooked up in the headsets, it was for all of that. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Esposito was in that too, as like
Mhm.
some kind of
Mhm.
badass bounty hunter.
Mhm. Mhm.
Again,
Mhm.
again, again. I'm glad they put him in a robot and then made him like
Yeah.
fight as a robot because you don't want to see he too old, man.
Well, he was in the last Captain America.
He shouldn't have been. He shouldn't have been. He should have been an advisor or something, like a
What?
manager or something. But
Ugh.
definitely not. No, not. He shouldn't have been in that movie.
All right, so here's a question.
I got all
If
right.
if they were all robots and they were in this war or whatever, how come every time so you were wearing a helmet as the human and your robot was out
Yeah.
and your robot got injured or destroyed or whatever, why would you always hear him go, ah,
Yeah.
ah?
I was wondering the same thing. I was
Oh,
wondering the same thing. At one point,
you can't
they
feel it.
they had like there was something like coming down and gonna crush the robot, and he
Uh-huh.
was making a face. He was making a face like, "Arr," like he was stuck.
Right.
What are you doing?
No.
What are
Right.
you doing?
Just take the helmet off.
Yeah, just take the damn thing off. You're fine. So
I don't know.
yeah, I don't know
But
either.
it's
I don't know
fun.
how many times he threatened him with that damn gun, and they knocked it out of his damn hand, and they never picked that gun up. Not never. And I know, I know, I know that the gun probably wouldn't have worked because you saw it light up when he had it,
Mhm.
right? But you can
Mhm.
still stop him from shooting you in the face,
Well,
right? Just
that's
grab
true.
it and throw it away,
Right,
right?
right,
Because
right, right.
he keeps
Right.
getting up
Right.
and getting it and then
No.
chasing you with it, right? You don't want to keep doing that,
Well,
right?
but he said he doesn't he can't kill people.
I don't know. He 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 did a pretty good trying to kill Chris Pratt when they were in that tunnel and he was trying. They were in that little train thing and they were trying to get away.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, he could have died then.
Well, I
He could have died
I
then. I
I
feel like
think
he followed the rules whenever he want to. They loose. They loose rules. He don't he don't
they
he
are.
don't
They
he
are.
don't follow them rules.
I don't know. This was pretty bad. I despised every minute I watched it. It was absolutely awful. So,
Yeah, I wasn't a fan. I don't even have a whole lot to say about this movie. It just sucked. I don't know what Chris Pratt was doing. I like him as an actor.
me
I like Millie Bobby
too.
Brown and
Mhm.
Esposito. I like all these characters. I just think that this
Was
movie
not a good
was kind of whack. The only
well,
bright
it's
spot
bad.
in this entire movie for me was the robot that was with Chris Pratt.
Yeah, that
I
was
liked him.
funny. He was
He
funny.
was he
Yeah.
was very funny. I liked him.
Yeah. Yeah.
But everybody else was just nonsensical. It
Yeah.
didn't make any sense at
Yeah.
all.
And at the
Uh
end, did you hear what Millie Bobby Brown was saying when she made her announcement to the world about why you can no longer use like the technology? She pretty much said, "Go outside and touch grass." Like she didn't say that, but that was pretty much what she was what she was telling people. Like you can't
yeah.
like do the technology thing. But
When they first showed up to the scientist's house, right? You remember that? When they tried to get through the door and the door didn't have any door handles
oh yeah,
and
yeah, yeah. Mhm.
they were
Mhm.
running from those the scientists like basically like security guards that looked like monsters,
Mhm.
but they were
Mhm.
robots.
Mhm. And he
And
blasted
then
the music.
yeah.
Mhm.
So they slide down in the tunnel. So after talking to the scientists for a little bit, the robots come from like a helicopter, whatever, coming to catch the scientists and Robert. I mean, Chris Pratt character and Millie Bobby Brown character. What happened to the security guard robots then? Where they go?
I don't
Where they
know.
go?
I don't know. Hold on. You have Saggy Star and Lisa writes. They have never heard of what we're talking about. You guys, it's on Netflix. And I'm telling you, please don't waste your time. Please do. We've done it for you. Do not waste your time. Do not. Do not.
Yeah,
It's a terrible.
I'll show you a picture of it. I'll show you a picture of it in a second. But it's not good. It's a kids movie, right? If you have a kid that can't read or can't think can't spell.
Can't think or
This is
spell.
just a
No,
perfect movie for them,
no.
right?
My word.
It's basically keys. It's just
It
keys.
it is, I would say, because
That's what
of
it is.
the because because of, and Melbato said that she thinks they spent 230 million. I did read that they spent a good chunk of change on this. I don't know if that's exactly how much it cost, but you might be right. They said it was one of the more expensive movies that they made. But I will say it is very kid friendly. They did not, as far as I know, bill it as a kid movie, but it is very, very kid friendly. So if you do need something, if any of you guys happen to have children, it is something that your kids can watch and not be traumatized or, you know, things of that nature. So
Yeah. See if I can show you a picture what this mess look like. There you
there
go.
we go. Uh-huh.
There you go. That's your movie on Netflix. I'm telling you for your own good, right? I'm telling you for your own good. Don't watch this film.
Do not watch it.
Don't do it.
Do
Don't
not
do
watch
it.
it. No.
Don't do it. That it's just what you're seeing right now is disgusting, right?
Yeah.
It's just disgusting.
Yeah.
It shouldn't
No.
be on
It
anybody. I'm gonna
shouldn't.
take it off my
It
screen. I don't want it
shouldn't.
affecting
But you know
my
what? I
film
think the
phone.
reason why initially maybe I thought it might have been good. I don't know if you remember, and I can't remember the name of the movie, but the guy that plays Wolverine, his name escapes me, and I know I
Hugh
should know
Jackman.
it. Thank you. He played in a movie a few years ago with a kid about the robots. The robots, they were boxing robots.
Oh, uh, I know what you're talking about. I know
But
what you're
that was
talking
a
about.
good
That
movie.
was good. That was good.
Right.
Because
Right. So I
he was a shit dad trying to connect with his son.
right.
Broke
But
ass father. They just drank all the
right.
time. He was a horrible parent.
But I thought that this maybe not exactly like follow the vein of that movie, but have like some thing in it that may have been similar to that. This was just awful,
Terrible.
awful, awful,
Yeah.
awful,
And I don't know
awful.
if they noticed, but at the end of the movie, they're like, "Oh, we can live now." Did you look around? Did you see how trash Earth
Destroy.
is
Yeah,
now?
yeah, 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 yeah,
Did you see how it looked? I don't
yeah.
think nobody wants to live there.
No,
All right,
Okay.
what else we got?
All
What
right.
else?
We're gonna move into Reacher.
All right, Reacher, huh? Ladies,
Reacher. Why ladies?
you know why? Stop
Why
acting. Stop.
lady?
Y'all stop acting weird. All right, you know why? You know why? All right.
Why ladies?
Ain't no. Y'all want? Would it be the same if it was a fat Reacher? Huh? If it was just a big Reacher on TV, huh? Eating
You have
tasty
this.
cakes, y'all still watch it? Would it be the same show?
It's the same
Huh?
storyline. It's the same storyline.
It would be the same? Huh?
Yes,
It would be
yes.
the same?
Why not? I mean, I doubt he would get as much action potentially that he does.
Would you still watch? I'm so hungry. Can we stop before we go to the rest of the food? You would you you would still watch? You would still watch the show? I doubt it.
Well, I mean, I'm in season 3. I've been watching it since it originally came out. I am hanging on by a very loose thread because season 2, I was not really able to get through. Um, Season 2 got on my nerves. Season 1 set the bar. I thought season 1 was really good, especially with the attorney that they had that he was like messing with. They made like a good friendship on season 1. Season 2 came out. You had the attorney show up for like a hot 5 seconds. I guess basically it's just like a throwback. He's got his military buddy, the young lady, I can't remember her name, who's a badass, and she just keeps coming in, kicking down doors, doing whatever, and every season. But season 2 I didn't like. Season 3, This season started out okay. They have one actor, and my God, I should have gotten his name. I can't remember. I'm just bad today with actors and their roles. But the one of the main villains, if any of you excuse me, on the feed can remind me, it's the father of the little boy that Reacher has taken a liking to, trying to protect and everything. He's a bad actor to me to start with. So
Boy?
no, the father. So once I saw him, I figured it was going to be a bad season. It kind of hovered around being fairly decent, but it's gotten to the point where it's just falling off the cliff for me again. I'm just, and he is like half naked throughout the Anthony Michael Hall. Yes, thank you. He's a bad actor to me. And he is just half naked throughout the whole doggone season.
Who's half naked?
Richard.
Oh,
Richard.
is that a fact? I would have never guessed.
I'm
For
sorry.
everything, for every damn reason, for anything they can find. Oh, it's almost dinner time. You gotta change shirts. No, you don't, man. No, you don't. Okay, you don't.
Thank you, Casanova. Yes, from Edward Scissorhands and 16 Candles. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I've never liked his acting. His acting has always been a little too boxy for me. Like, it's always like he's trying to get to that emotional, like, I don't think, like, you know how it's like some actors or what have you, like, when they have an emotional scene, like, you really feel like they're connecting with that emotional scene. Half of the stuff that he's in is really bits, or, soft characters. So it's not really like he has to try to, like, portray or get across what the feeling is supposed to be. But I just don't like his acting. But go ahead. So you're in season 1, and what do you like? What do you enjoy, and what do you dislike about season 1?
Season 1 is good. Like, it's
Mm-hmm.
bullshit. It is
What's
bullshit for real.
what's
But
bullshit about it?
it's huh?
What's bullshit about it?
Okay, well, they in the first episode, I think it was the first or second episode, they thought he was a murderer, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So they put him in jail.
Mm-hmm.
Then he got out of jail,
Mm-hmm.
and then he started doing cop stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But you say, like that's normal. They gave him a gun. He killed people. He killed people. He killed people. Like, he murdered people.
Right. Right.
You're like,
Right. Right.
listen. I know we let you out. All right, but you just, like, we didn't tell you could do that. You got to go back. You got
Well,
to go
but
back.
that's why the attorney has a problem with him throughout the entire season. You know, but they come to They come to an understanding.
First of all, the it's not a he's no he was he a lawyer? The black dude, was he a lawyer?
He's district attorney.
No, he was a cop. He was
Oh,
was
yeah,
he?
yeah, yeah. No, no, no.
He
You're
was a
right.
cop.
Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
was a cop.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
his, so his wife died, right? His wife died. Reacher had assumed no.
Right. His
Yeah,
wife. Yeah.
Reacher assumed that she left him,
Right.
but she died.
Right.
So you picked up all your shit and then moved to this
Move to it.
extremely racist town.
Right.
You did that on purpose? Why? Why would you do that? Why? Why? There ain't another face in this entire town look like you. Why in
He
the
just
hell would you want to go to this place?
he
Sir.
gave an explanation that I can't remember, but he just wanted to be kind of like what happened in Severance. He just doesn't want to remember. He wants to be away from everything that reminds him of his wife.
Yeah, look, I can understand you want to be away from your wife, right? I understand that pain is there. I understand, right? But these folks have literally called you everything but the N word to your face, right?
Right.
Every
Right.
single day.
Right.
Every single day, they be threatening his job, telling him he ain't shit,
Right.
telling him he might get fired tomorrow, all types of stuff. They don't care. They don't care.
But he addresses that in the season.
You might want to watch your step there, black man. Oh, what is this? I don't. Today, I would have packed my stuff. You ain't gotta tell me twice, huh? I know what kind of town this is. You ain't finna have me stay in this sundown town. Not finna have me stay here. You know what a sundown town is? For anyone
Yes,
out
I
there
know
who
what a
does not know
Sunday.
what a
No. We're not talking about sundown towns. We're not talking about
but I
it.
have to
No,
explain. I have to
we're
give
not.
context. For
Oh
anybody
my
out there who
God.
does not know what a sundown town, it is a town generally in the South
Mhm.
where,
People of color
yeah, should
can't
not be
be out
caught
after
after
dark.
dark.
Yeah. All right, moving on.
Yeah.
Moving on. All right.
I
So
mean, I'm
so
just
you
saying. I'm just saying. In that way, it's not realistic. It's not realistic. It's not realistic.
okay, I don't remember. Have you gotten to the point where he addresses because it was why he decided to move there? And is able to withstand that? Because I don't remember what he said. Do
Yeah,
you?
he said he wanted to get away. He wanted to get away from the area where him and his wife live. Bro, there's plenty of other places. There's so many other places you could go. So many. I can think of. I can literally point. Just give me a map. I'll
Well,
close my
maybe that's
eyes
what
and
he
point
did. Maybe
anywhere on
that's
a
what he
map. It'd
did,
be
and this
better
is
than this
what
town.
got him there. That's what got him there. He took a dart. He closed his eyes and threw it at the map.
He needs an intervention, bruh. Come on,
You're terrible. You are
come on. Let me get you out of
terrible.
here. Drink this hot cocoa. Let's get the hell out of this
All
town.
right. So moving on. What else about season one? What else?
Um, it's a good show. I like how it's simple, right? Because
Hmm.
Reacher's smart. He's
Hmm.
very smart, and they sometimes he figures out stuff that you're not supposed to be figured out. Like there's no way, right? The window blow, and he can tell there's an 18 wheeler down the street, around the corner with
Right.
people
Right.
hiding in the back. Come on, bro. Like it's a little bit. That's a little bit much. Um, but for the most part, I do like the premise of Reacher. I think it's a fantastic show,
Hmm.
and I can't wait to get to season two if season one will ever end because it feels like it's never gonna go off. So so I think I'm almost done with season one. I'm
Okay.
excited to get into season two. Hopefully,
All right.
season two is as good or better as season one.
All right. Well, next week I want to hear about your season two, foray, and what you think about it. So, and if my not enjoying season two, because season two felt more like a chore to me, I'm not gonna lie. So, if how I felt about season two is accurate, and if anyone in the comments wants to let me know how you guys felt about season two and now season three. Season three doesn't feel as bad as season two to me. It's just, excuse me, not as good as season one. So that's where I am with it. So, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I hope it's as good as you all say. So far, it's been decent. Like
Hmm.
everything
Except
everyone
for
has recommended on Discord.
that one scene that you took issue with.
What?
The man's scrotum.
Yeah, yeah. I wasn't expecting that. That kind of caught me off guard.
Okay.
I
All right.
wasn't expecting to see balls or any of that stuff. You
Okay.
know,
Okay.
I it literally caught me off guard. I just wanted to watch a good show,
Uh-huh.
and then it was they were right there
Okay.
in the dude's mouth, and I was like,
Mm,
okay,
mhm,
all right,
mhm. All right.
that's look away, son. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Didn't mean
I
that. So
mean,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. We talked about some other movies today on Discord. Justified. That's a show,
Oh
not a
yeah.
movie. But
Great show.
Justified was
Great show.
amazing.
Mhm.
From beginning to end, actually.
Mhm. Mhm.
Detective Raylan, or Marshall, Deputy Marshall Raylan Givens.
Mhm.
Excellent show.
Mhm. Mhm.
So y'all need
Yep.
to check that out. If you're looking for something really, really good,
Yes.
I'm telling
And
you,
yeah, from
Justified is it.
episode 1 to the end, that is a show I feel like if you're looking for something to binge watch, I feel
Yeah.
like you could easily binge that show.
It's
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 really, really good. It's
it's like
really
Reacher.
good.
It's basically.
Ah,
I mean, he don't
I'd
he
say
don't.
it's better than Reacher. I'd say I feel like it's better than Reacher.
Yeah, I mean it's. Yeah,
A lot
I'm just.
better.
Yeah. Well, premise wise, it's like Reacher, like he solves crimes, but there's
Yeah.
there's
The
a
whole backstory to it with
right. There's a whole
yeah.
battle between one guy, one bad guy, one good guy, and that lasts the entire run of the show, and they wrap it up pretty good. So
Yeah, but the bad
uh,
guy tries to be a good guy for a little while.
yeah, well, he tried, but that fight, I was not expecting that show to be as good as it was, but
Yeah.
it was
Mm-hmm.
really good. So y'all check that out,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah. And in a second, we can move on to Nine Bodies in a Mexican Morgue because
Mm-mm.
that
Mm.
show, that
Mm-hmm.
show,
Mm-mm.
that show.
I had problems with that. But what else were you guys talking about very quickly in Discord that
So Fletch brought up a few movie ideas on
mm-hmm.
Discord,
Mm-hmm.
and they seem to be pretty good as well.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you stop saying it. Um,
Stop saying
as
okay.
below, as above, so below, which is a horror movie about the takes place in the catacombs in Paris. That was a pretty good movie. The
I don't
Leftovers,
think I watched that.
Leftovers recommended by Live in the Bushes.
Don't think I
Lovecraft
watched that
Country,
either.
we talked about that last week, so that's pretty good. You should watch that. Where is the one for the Fletch recommended? The Studio, also recommended
Oh,
by
that's
Live in the
new
Bushes.
on
Yeah,
Apple. He had another show on Apple like a year or two ago where he was, if I'm not mistaken, he was a bar
Society of Snow,
owner.
he recommended. Yeah, The Invitation. So he has some pretty good ones.
Mm-hmm.
There's some pretty good shows that are coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, they're better than the mess that's out there right now. Lisa Wright says Leftovers is amazing. Amazing? All right. I mean, y'all ain't let me down yet. So hopefully it's as good as
All
you
right.
say and I can watch something. So I hope it's better than this mess we about to talk about right now. Because
You take issue with Nine Bodies?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, yeah.
you want
Yes,
to share with the
it is
class or
it's trash. It's trash. It is
okay.
garbage. Trash juice.
Okay. All
All
right.
everything else that you can think of. I've
Mm.
every
Mm.
week it is some trash about this show that makes no sense at all. I cannot. First of all, last week they climbed that mountain and plugged in
Mm.
that damn beacon, and then when they went back up there to go fix it the second time, they looked down. They were like, "Oh look, buzzards! I wonder what they're flying around. Let's not climb it." They were at the top. They were already at the top of the mountain. And they stopped climbing. They was like, let's go see what's down there. Let's see what the
Wait,
buzzards are flying around. The
wait,
buzzards are going to be there. They're going to be there. They're not going anywhere. Finish
wait,
doing what
wait,
you're
wait.
doing and then go back down and then look, right? I doubt whatever they fly around is going to get up and go away. Just go do what you did, but they didn't do that.
Okay, but the fit and Saggy Star is a little upset with you. She said it's good and she's quitting you. But
Why she quit me?
because you're talking bad about Nine Bodies.
Oh,
But
we about to get into it. We about to get into
could it
it.
potentially be that they did that because you don't know what other scavengers you have out there that could take away the so if they're looking for dude, what? Go ahead, Smitty. What?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Make your point.
Well,
Make
if
your
they're
point.
looking for the guy, and let's say you have a black bear or something that's going to come in, like maybe they were concerned that if they took too long to complete their initial task, that by the time they got back down, the body would no longer be there. Hence, they would not be able to determine. We'll just say, for lack of better phrase, cause of death.
That's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point. I don't care. I don't care. Right?
Okay.
What is the most important thing right now?
Getting
The
out.
most
I
important thing.
agree with
What's the most
you.
important
Is
thing?
leaving, is leaving,
Getting
is
the hell out of
leaving.
this forest.
Right,
Getting
right,
out of this
right.
forest. That is the most important thing. I don't give a damn about them birds. I could care less
It's not
about them
about the
birds. If them
birds.
birds If them birds got super strong and picked up whatever the hell was down there and flew away with it, I don't care. I need to get to the top of this mountain and go check on this beacon because that's how
Okay.
we get rescued.
Okay.
That's how we get rescued.
I agree. So they could have split up, is what you're saying.
I just think that this show's full of stupid people. Stupid people making stupid choices. And just
Okay.
random stuff happening for no reason at all. I'm gonna collect myself. You tell me first what you think about this episode. Do you like it? Why you like it? Saggy Star, you can hit me up too.
I hated this episode for, I think, different reasons. But I did not like this episode. I actually had to look up who, as I was watching it, excuse me, there were a lot of phrases, a lot of statements made by the characters that just to me sounded like as if I was reading one of my novels. So I looked up whether or not this show was based on a novel. It is not. However, the person who wrote it is a novelist, which would make sense to why the young lady Sophie, I think is her name, Sonia, I don't know. When she's like, "Yeah, I was following him and she was talking about the glint of a bullet," or it's no one says that.
Oh man.
No one says that. No one says
Oh, I
that.
saw that. That is where the BS started right there with that. I was like, what? What did
the,
you just
the whole
the glint of what? No,
the whole
no,
episode though was written like that, and
no.
so it just worked. It grated my nerves. I couldn't watch it. I mean, I watched it, but it was just really very annoying to me.
Yeah. Um, when they got into the airplane, right?
Hmm.
It was raining.
Right,
It was raining, and they get in the airplane,
and they found
and
this.
old girl's like, "Ugh, why did it take so long for the rain to come through the ceiling?" Shut your ass. You don't know. You don't know. You asking this stupid question. Nobody in the world would ask that question. Nobody. Nobody cares. It's been raining for 2 minutes. Two. And she's like, where's I can't why does it take the rain so long to
you
come through the ceiling? I don't know, lady. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I understand that you needed them to find said uh
drugs.
nose candy, right?
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
just the way that they make that happen is just come on, man. Come on. Who is she? Who is she?
She is the person who was selling the nose candy.
No, no, no,
Yeah.
no. They're trying to figure out who it belongs to.
That who that belongs to, but she was being, so she lied about who she was. She said she was a photographer. She is not a photographer. And her and what was it, Zach? Is that his name? He told her that he was DEA or whatever, and he was there investigating her.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, I know what
yeah,
though.
Zach.
If I had to be out there in them woods, I'd be like, "Oh my God, look what I found! One for you, one for you, one for you. You just
What?
won, right?"
No, this is not
It's gonna
Oprah.
make our stay just a
No,
little bit
no.
better. So,
Wait.
anyway, what was in the ceiling was a
Nose
ton
candy.
of dope, a
Yeah.
ton of it.
Mhm.
And they found it because the old girl said it took too long for the rain to come through the ceiling of the airplane.
So it
Okay.
was. But wait, so
Okay.
okay, so after that, what happened? They started going back and trying to again figure out um the signal, and they were
No,
able to.
they finally climbed back up the mountain,
Mhm. Mhm.
and then they saw that the thing was um off again,
Mhm.
and they said maybe it fell off. Come
The
on, man.
wind, the wind, right? The wind.
So I'm gonna ask the people in the comment section. I want to know who you think
Mhm.
is responsible for the death of these people. who is doing this?
Who's the guy that got the lady in this episode, the wife?
What do you mean?
Wasn't the wife killed in this episode?
Yeah,
Travis's wife.
yeah. So
So who is he?
wait,
Exactly.
wait.
He
Who are
was
you
just
talking
in
about?
the lady with the gun, Travis's
Yeah.
wife.
What about her?
Well, who killed her? I'm saying, who was the guy that killed her?
Yeah. Well, he was wearing old boy's mask.
Right. That's what I mean.
Okay.
So once
So
we figure out,
it's one of three people, right? And
I disagree.
well, it's one of two things at this point. So the doctor, right? The doctor and the woman who almost fell off the cliff, right?
Sonia
Yeah,
and
and the fake doctor.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So they were the ones that went up there. Them and the dude who is deceased now, who wears the mask, the wrestler.
Right.
So they went up to the top of the hill. They turned on the beacon, right?
Right. Hmm.
So who would have unplugged it? Because they were all together. They were all together after that.
Right.
They came back
Hmm.
down the hill and they were all
Hmm.
together. Nobody went up there. Like nobody was missing.
Right.
So it's either him, the doctor, or her, or somebody you haven't seen yet.
Someone you haven't seen yet.
This is just strange. Like nobody's acting like they've been in a goddamn airplane crash. This is nonsense. Is what this is.
Okay.
And I got another problem.
I
Okay, I
have.
got another problem.
All right,
You
go
go
ahead.
first. You go
No,
first.
it's just, well, my only issue was that aside from some of the writing, well, it's still about the writing. You had them talking to each other as if they owed each other an explanation, or if they've known each other for longer than what they have. I've known you now for what, 4 or 5, maybe 6 days. I can't recall how long they've been out there. I don't owe you jack. I still don't know you. You know what I'm saying? So yes, we're in this together. And yes, to some degree, we have to rely on each other, but I don't owe you an explanation for anything.
You do. You
No, I
do.
don't.
You do.
Excuse me.
You do. You do.
No.
If
So so the conversation that he was having, that Zach was having with Sonia when he was tied up, and because they thought that he was the one that used that walkie-talkie thing or whatever it was, right?
yeah, yeah.
And they're going, and he's telling her, I don't have the code, I don't know anything, da 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 da. And they were talking, and she's like, yeah, but you told me this, and how am I supposed to trust you? I don't owe you anything more than what I've already told you, girly girl.
No, you do. You do. You 100%
No.
do. Okay? People are dead. People are dead.
Which is
Okay?
more of a reason for me not to owe you anything, because I still don't know who you.
No. What you hold on to it for? Huh? Well, why you don't want to tell me? I'm trying to keep you safe, right? You just don't want to tell
Are
because you
you?
being spiteful. I don't want to tell.
You just
I don't
had
want to tell you
Kevin
my
whoop my
business.
butt.
I don't want to
You
tell
just
you my
had.
business. Just tell it.
Sorry.
Just tell it.
You just had Kevin tie me up and whoop me while y'all went and walked back up the mountain.
Yeah, I got an issue with that scene too, but I'm gonna talk about that in a second.
All right.
I got a problem with that. First, we're gonna start with Lisa, because Lisa, I got a problem with Lisa. I'm being real, right?
Lisa Wrights? No, you don't.
No, not her. Lisa from the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So she's walking around in the woods looking for something, right? What's she looking for?
Is this the girlfriend? Or
No.
the
The
wife? The other little girl? Who's
no,
Lisa?
the I don't want to describe her.
The wife with the gun?
Yeah, her.
Okay, good. All right.
What was she looking for in the woods, in the jungle, by herself?
She was following the other wife, the other little
Why
girl.
was she looking under leaves? What's she looking for?
Oh, she was looking for what Zach may have been hiding. Because she'd been suspicious of Zach from the beginning. So she
Okay.
always, yeah.
Okay, I'll bite that. So she's walking around in the woods. All of a sudden, she runs into Crazy Girl,
Mm-hmm.
right, and tells her to get behind her, and she sees the gentleman who's wearing the mask probably about 6, 7 feet away, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't she shoot it?
Because she only had one bullet left.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are we saving it for something? Are we saving it for rainy day? The person who is taking people out is right in front of you.
I agree, but that's not the reason. They only had one bullet left. So maybe she wanted to make sure she wouldn't miss. I don't know. I don't know.
He was right in front of her. If she didn't pull the trigger, matter of fact, she said, "Get down on your knees." Why? Just shoot him in the face. Just do it. Just get it over with, right? There's three of you over in a ditch,
Mm-hmm.
right? What's one more? What's one more? Just do it, honey. You can sleep comfortable tonight. You can stop. You can stop doing this. You can sleep safe.
I agree. The only thing that I will say, I agree with you. The only
Don't
thing
make no
that I will
sense.
say, no, I agree. The only thing that I will say is potentially she didn't want to kill him because they wanted to ask questions. She maybe
Well,
wanted to ask.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what he did. He did it. I don't care why he did it at this point. Right? I've stopped the killer. Right?
Right.
I don't give a shit why he did it. I did it. I helped everyone. You're welcome. I ended all of this mess. Okay? I ended all of this mess. We can go home now. I don't care. So anyway, in true fashion,
So anyway, okay. Mm-hmm.
she's sitting there. He's like, she tells him to go to his knee, and then he blinds her, and then disappears into the woods. That is such bullshit. That was such horseshit. She deserved everything she got. Everything she got. I knew.
No,
Yes. Yup.
not to be
Yep.
strangled like that. No,
Oh
that's
yeah. Yep.
terrible.
She had
No.
her chance. She had her shot, if you will.
Boo.
She had her
Boo.
chance. It's just so dumb. But I'll tell you, I'm gonna let you talk about that, and then I'm gonna tell you about the dumbest thing in this entire episode.
Well,
That
what?
still, I've been thinking about this for days,
Oh, well,
and I
just go ahead
still
with it.
don't understand. I still don't understand. It
What?
still makes no sense.
What?
No, you go first. You
Well,
go.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Sip my drink because I'm parched.
Oh, okay. Well, I've already said what I had to say about the show. I kind of tuned out after I was listening to some of the lines in the show. I was like, it's. I just didn't like how it was written. But what is your problem? Your another next problem with it?
What's the black gentleman's name?
Zach.
Zach. Zach is a dumbass. His character makes no sense.
Why?
None.
Why is this? And then you'll have to explain to me him getting his ass beat by Kevin. But
so people are dying in the middle of the night, right? Why? First of all, why is everyone sleeping like with both eyes shut? How is everybody nodding off every single night? How is that possible? How is it possible that you can get a good night's sleep every single day? You ain't worried. You're not worried at all that you're gonna wind up with a butter knife in your gullet. You ain't worried at all, huh? You got a hole full of humans over there, and you just sleeping just as soft. That's fine. That's neither here nor there. That's fine. I don't care about that.
It is
right.
Okay.
So half of these people have died already, right? So why is Zach's pistol under a rock?
Because he was still investigating. So that's what he said.
Over.
That's what he said.
No, that shit is over. That stopped when I.
Nope. He said he could not blow his cover.
No. We was in a plane crash. All that shit is done. That is done. There's no more investigation. There's no more investigation. We all working together now. Look, there's no reason for him not to have told everybody he's DEA at this point, right? We starving, we got no food, and there's a killer on the loose, and you got a Glock over there under a rock, and you ain't told nobody. Nobody. People just dying every single day. Every single day. You a police officer. You just let it happen. You just let it happen.
But he can't.
He ain't
Listen.
stopped nothing. He ain't stopped nothing. He ain't stopped nothing. He ain't figured nothing out. He's sitting next to an entire plane loaded full of dope. He ain't found it. If there's a killer out there on the run, he got two things next to him that he can fix. And he ain't fixed none of them. He is a horrible, horrible police officer. Somebody should take his badge. He is dumb. He should not be there anymore. When he spoke up and they told him, they were like, "Who are you and what are you doing here?" First of all, he said he sold insurance.
Yes,
Come on,
he
man.
was an insurance something.
Stop. I didn't believe it when the second
He
he
was
said it.
thinking fast on his feet.
No, it's a dumb excuse. Zach's dumb. It's dumb, Zach. It's dumb. It's a dumb excuse. I'd asked him some insurance questions. I tripped him right up. He wouldn't have known nothing. Because he's clearly bad in his first job. He wouldn't have known nothing about insurance. Nothing.
Listen. His theory was that if they were able to get the beacon or whatever going and they were able to, then his cover would not be blown. I agree that it's stupid if people are getting murked left and right. Why would you have your safety? Sonia. The quote unquote photographer chick, because she is not a photographer.
You're still undercover after a plane crash?
Yes.
So he thinks she's dangerous?
She did. Did you not watch it? She did something.
I did watch the show. I don't understand why you leave your gun under a rock. We need you, sir.
I agree.
Sir.
I agree.
Sir, you are a DEA agent. We need you today. Today.
I agree.
Right?
I agree. Safety is
this is not. No, this is not. This just don't make no sense. This don't make no sense.
Right, but that's how they wrote it in the doggone script. That he very specifically addressed this, that he didn't want to. I can't.
Do you know that once I climb that mountain and set up that beacon so that we can get home, I'd have never climbed my ass down that hill. I'm not going back down. I'm not going back down. Somebody dies every night. I'm safe up there all by myself, alone.
But are you?
Alone. Huh?
But are you?
Yeah.
How so? How are you more? Now that I don't disagree with, but I don't necessarily agree with. How are you more safe up there by yourself instead of amongst? The theory is safety in numbers.
Oh yeah, how's that working out? How's that been working out so far? Huh? How's that been working out? You got a whole bunch of bodies over in that hole playing peekaboo with sheets because they can't because they lights out. Out.
But why are you more? But so why would you? How would you make yourself more safe?
The beacon is the way home.
I get it, but
the beacon is the way home. And if I'm in charge, nobody's going to sleep. Nobody's going to sleep. We all sleep back to back.
Okay,
we all sleeping back to back. No, you're not getting the full. You ain't getting the full 8. You're not getting the full 8. We sleeping back to back. You sleeping sitting up.
Okay, so now you have a bunch of sleep deprived people. Y'all not getting any food. You're not getting any water. You're not able to climb the mountain to even do the beacon.
All right, fine. We can sleep in shifts. There is no way everybody should be sleeping at the same time.
I agree.
Okay, so why does that keep happening? Why is Zach's pistol under a rock? Why is his ID missing? They can't find his ID in his wallet, right? Because he took his wallet out. Why would you hide your wallet?
Because he had his ID in the wallet.
So what? You gave away your only means of protection. You know what? If you would have had your piece, right? If you would have had your piece when they grabbed your ass and then smacked you around and then tied you up, and once they start doing that, then You could have pulled out your piece and stopped all of that. But instead, they whooped your ass and tied you to a tree. And I feel like you deserve it. You deserve every lick of it.
But he
Every lick.
wasn't even. But he wasn't even really fighting back. Like he was just like, all right, right? Or is
Yeah.
that just me? Is that how? Is that
I I don't know, man. I don't
you
give a damn
are
about this show.
really
I
touched
don't care.
about this show?
I mean, who's gonna go next? Zach?
I feel like that no, because who's left? Who's left is Kevin, Sonia, Zach, and then the married couple, right? That's who. That's all who's left,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I don't think it's going to be the wife because for whatever reason, she's the only one that keeps seeing this dude, and she's not being off. Is she the one that's going to live?
Who? The crazy chick?
Yeah, I think
I don't
she's
know.
going to
She's
be
in
the
her own
survivor.
goddamn world. She got dementia anyway. Nobody cares if she
Right.
lived.
So exactly. So she's gonna be the one to live. Who's gonna believe her? She's a little cuckoo anyway, right?
I would probably just for GP. I'd probably just for GP. Like you definitely get out of here. If I
Lisa
gotta go,
writes
you got.
that I need the newlywed chick to go. Why? I mean, she is annoying. I don't like her, but why?
Cause
Why?
she walking around the forest seeing stuff. That's why.
But no, but she's the only one seeing this person.
I saw somebody in the woods. No, you didn't. Shut your ass. Sit down. Shut your ass and go back to sleep. You didn't see nothing. Okay, I'm sick of this. Every goddamn day we gotta go through this shit.
Man,
You ain't seen nobody. Okay, your boyfriend ain't here. He ain't in the
what?
woods. Your boyfriend ain't here. She saw her ex-boyfriend. That's what she said.
Oh, is that who she stabbed? Is that who
Yes,
she
she
thought she was
thinks it's her
stabbing?
ex-boyfriend.
Oh.
I don't know nobody that worked that goddamn hard to come after their ex-girlfriend, their ex-girlfriend in the woods, in the middle of the jungle. I don't give a
Well,
damn. I would tell her just be quiet. Just stop talking. Go drink some water or something. I'm so sick of you. Sick of her,
man.
man. You're
Okay,
sick
but
of her too.
no, I
And she just
don't
wandering off.
like her. But hasn't been as offensive, I feel like, as the other characters in the show.
No, she's offensive. She's offensive. She's offensive. Because Lisa's dead because of her. She walked out there in the woods.
Lisa is dead because
Yeah.
Lisa
She
couldn't mind her business. She was one of them women that sat up on the porch up in everybody else's business in the neighborhood instead of minding her own. Because she sat over there with her husband when they first got stranded there, leaning over, talking smack about other people. Oh, I think this person, I think that person. That's why Lisa's dead.
whatever. I didn't care for Lisa no more.
Whatever. It's
Not
terrible.
Lisa Rice, but the other Lisa. I didn't
Yeah,
care for her
yeah,
no
yeah,
more.
yeah.
I didn't care. And it just didn't make sense that she didn't pull the trigger with one bullet left. The bad guys in
I
front of you.
agree.
Shoot them.
I agree. I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay. Does it
Yeah.
make sense that Zach didn't have his pistol? Does that make sense too?
I agree with that. However, if
Does it
he's
make sense that they put a beacon up on the mountain and then walked away? Huh? Does that
listen,
make
I didn't
sense?
write
Does
the
it make
show.
sense?
I didn't
Does it
write the
make sense that they
show.
got halfway up the mountain and turned around and walked their ass back down
I
because they
can make
saw buzzards?
I can
Does
make a
that make
credible
sense?
I can make a credible argument for that, but but you're just not going to. But I didn't write the show, okay?
Okay, so
I
I
didn't write
see.
it.
So Lisa got bullets to shoot monkeys so we can eat monkey lips every night. We can do that. We can eat monkey kneecaps. We can do that. But the bad guys in front of you, the bad dude, the dude who's been literally offing people every single night is fine. Like we gotta tell him to get down on his knees. Right? That's what we gotta do.
I mean, again, I am just going to think that the theory was that they wanted to ask the person questions because at that time they hadn't found the rest of the bullets. So you would think that maybe this person was the one that took the rest of her bullets and hid them somewhere instead of it having been Zach, right? So maybe she wanted to know where the rest of her bullets were.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know.
So they
I
spend half
agree
of a
that she
day.
should have been.
They spend half of a day Scooby doing this shit, trying to figure out where were you last night? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Listen,
Look,
What's done is done. Okay, what's done is done. I'm trying to go home, right? Just like everybody else here. One of you is a murderer. Okay? So we just go sit and look at each other every single night.
but it's not one of them. It's not one of them.
You
Remember
don't know
the
that.
theory.
You don't
The
know that. You think
the
it's not one of them.
right. No, I agree, but you also have to leave room for maybe it is someone else. I don't think it's one of them. And I think if they only had, was it originally 10 people on the plane and whatever, I think I think the wife, the little girl wife, I think
But
she's the one
see,
that's going to walk away.
it being someone else doesn't make sense either. That would mean that either one of two things is true. Either the pilot crashed here on purpose, or
Well, we
someone
know that's
brought them
not.
down on purpose in
Mhm.
this area,
Mhm.
or someone who was on the airplane who did not get hurt in the crash got up and just started doing what it just turned into a crazy person and just started offing people in the woods. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now that this, when you find out what happened, when you find out what happened, it is going to be dumb as shit. It
I
is going to be
agree.
so
Yeah,
stupid.
I agree. I honestly thought this series, when it first started, like the first episode, again, the first episode was good, pulled you in, and then it just got tired. Like
Yeah.
excuse me, everything that they've done thus far, I agree with you, is nonsensical. They're not, the logic isn't laid out, but I'm guessing that for them, that if they use too much logic, that they wouldn't have been able to move the story along, which is slightly annoying to me, because when you have, people like us and the people who watch us, who are smart viewers, they kind of want something a little bit more intriguing, I feel like. So this is like a little too lazy. I hate to
Yeah.
use the word, but
Yeah. At this point, what is the purpose of telling the after story? The story of them being gone already,
mhm,
right? You see
right,
these two cops just talking
talking.
about what? Nothing. Nothing that pertains to anything that I've seen so far. What why? Just just tell your story. Just tell your story. Stop telling this stupid lollygagging story. Have people stop making these dumb decisions, right?
hmm
And let's move this story along. Okay? Let's stop doing dumb stuff. All right? Let's do that.
Well, yeah, I think that's the problem. But like I said, I mean, it started out good. It's gotten, like I said, lazy. I don't like the storyline. Well, I shouldn't say that. The storyline started out great.
Yeah,
Like
it
it
did.
started out very promising. It
Yeah,
just fell to pieces. It's
yeah.
awful. I
I agree. I agree. So
don't know. I don't know.
it's god awful. I don't care about any of this stuff. So yeah, that's I don't get it. Hey, like, share, subscribe. Y'all enjoy the content, man. Um, hit us up on Discord. We talk about movies and shows all day, every day, and it's completely free. I don't charge anybody anything. Y'all can just come hang out. I will talk to you. A lot of people in the Discord will talk to you. It'll make you feel welcome. We just talk about movies and shows. That's it.
hmm
So you feel like talking about movies? You feel like talking about shows? Come on in
hmm
and hit that like button for us, so I know that y'all care. What you laughing at, man? You good? What you what you laughing at?
Nothing.
What the hell wrong with you, man?
Nothing. Nothing.
What are you thinking about? What the,
Tell you later. Ugh, nothing.
okay.
All right. So yeah, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Excuse me.
Yeah,
We really do appreciate you all coming in with us week after week, even with the changes of the days during the week that we're doing it. Excuse me. I think we're gonna try and stick to Thursdays. At this point, we are coming out with our new second show, which will be the first show of the week, but we're going to start that on next Tuesday, which is the 1st of April. No, it is not an April Fool's joke. We'll really appreciate it if you guys would be willing to join us on that day as well. We're gonna do something slightly different. It's not necessarily going to be the same as what we do on Thursdays. Thursdays will be still dedicated to the shows and the movies that we love to watch and review with you guys. Tuesday is going to be a little bit different, so hope to see you then. Hope you guys will join us. That will be an hour-long episode on Tuesdays. So mark your calendars, and hope to see you guys there.
Yeah, we're gonna just be talking about anything. We're gonna try and find some subject matter to discuss. Probably not gonna do maybe not do reviews unless it's something that is just dropped. But we're gonna talk about basically anything like trailers or something happens with Marvel or something. Kind of get your input. Kind of make it like a conversation piece with everybody. And well, I got a few people that I think I'm gonna invite on the show. So hopefully we'll have somebody on. Next Thursday, I hope.
Tuesday.
So, yeah, well, no, he'll be on Thursday. He'll be on next Thursday, hopefully. So it'll just be me and you on Tuesdays. All right, and I'm gonna get back to shoot my own shows. I just have to find time. It's not a whole lot of time right now. I got a little boy. He's in everything, so trying to find time to shoot a video and take care of him. It's kind of tough, but I'm gonna get to it. Okay, I'm gonna get to it. So, Chris, you got anything else?
Excuse me. What have you? Excuse me. I've been watching a couple of things on TV. I know I'm still watching like God, what is the? I'm just all done. Wheel of Time. Also on Netflix, I've been watching, or I've completed Running Point. That's actually a pretty good. It's a cute little ditty of a comedy. It's a cute little show.
Running Point.
Running Point. It's about a basically a family that owns like a basketball team or whatever, and the brother excuse me, the brother gets in trouble for doing the nose candy and drinking, and he has to hand over the organization to his sister, and she's able to run it better than they are, but it's some funny bits to it. So it's like I said, it's a cute little ditty.
I'll check it out. So I saw Saggy Star thinks we need to watch the shows that we actually care about. I disagree, right? A lot of people seem to like it when I rant on shows. When I give an honest review, nobody gives a damn. Okay, I can't get no views when people look for a real review. So I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna talk about shows that my bread and butter, which is shows that I can't stand. If I see dumb stuff like I see in Nine Bodies, then I'm gonna talk about it. So,
and also we thought we liked Nine Bodies when it first came out, and it just fell to pieces. So
Fletch says, "Who is hyped for today's episode of Yellow Jackets?"
Oh, that
Nobody,
sounds like
Fletch.
you. That sounds like you,
Nobody.
Smitty. You're not
Nobody
happy
is
for
Fletch.
it? I
Nobody
feel
is.
like
We're gonna
Fletch, I
talk
feel
about it.
like
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about that Tuesday.
yeah.
Wheel of Time. I thought Wheel of Time looked good the first and second episode, and then it just kind of lost me. But it looks like it's gotten better, so I might check that out.
It's a
So
good show.
if anybody has seen Wheel of Time, let me know if it's good.
I'm I'm
Mobland looks
I'm
good. I'm gonna
telling you
check that
it's
out.
good. I watch Wheel of
Oh,
Time.
you saw it?
I've been watching it since it first came out. Hmm. Mm.
Wheel of Time?
Yes.
All right. I mean, you gotta be all disappointed and shit. You know, sometimes I miss them. You gotta be like that. You know, I'm sorry. Catch up.
Fletch, you ain't missing anything in Nine Bodies, dear.
No,
Just
people
move
trapped in
along
the
and,
forest.
and watch something. Just move along and watch something else.
Yeah. So, I don't know I don't know what it is I'm watching right now. If I'm being honest, there's not a whole lot of stuff out there right now that is where you see stuff and you're like, oh, I can't wait for that to come out. I'm
Mhm.
lying. I'm lying. I want to see the new Alien Earth.
Okay.
I am so looking forward to Alien Earth. I can't wait for that to come out. Predator, I got to check that out.
Mhm. You got a lot
Um,
of stuff coming out. You got those two things. You got, as you were talking about Mobland, you got Last of Us coming out in April, which is literally right around the corner. Like it's a lot of things coming out. You have the I guess it's one of the prequels. I have to go back and take another look at the trailer, but it's another show that's tied to Game of Thrones. I think that's scheduled to come out in June. So there's a lot of stuff coming out. I'm not sure if the writer strike and everything that they had last year is maybe the potential cause and the delay of good things now. But there are some things coming out, so hopefully we'll have some better stuff to review for you guys just to watch in general and just enjoy. But we'll see what happens.
I saw. So my TV clearly wants me to watch House of David because I watch every time I finish watching. I don't know if it's what's House of David on. Is it on Amazon? Is it on what is it on? Is it on Apple or something? Anyway, whatever I'm watching, the second it's over, House of David starts playing, and I've seen the first 2 minutes like 87 times, right? Because I can't stop it fast enough, right? I'll always get to the part where he's picking up a rock, and then they go, check out the story of the greatest king ever told. And I'm like, nah, stop, TV. So I
I
just
think
turned.
that might be on Prime or something because I'm not even familiar with the show.
Yeah, I'll
So
check it out. Flesh wants to know if we're covering The Last of Us. Hell yeah, absolutely. Now, I don't know if you've all seen The Last of Us, the first episode. I mean, the first
season.
series, first
Mm-hmm.
season. What's wrong with
Mm-hmm.
me? Um, if you've seen the first season, you know it's good. I've played the video game. I
Mm-hmm.
love the video game. You can hate me,
Mm-hmm.
but I love video. I mean, not so much anymore, but I used to love video games a lot, and
Tell the truth.
I still play video games. So I don't know if you can see
Mm-hmm.
behind me, but I got a PlayStation VR headset and all that shit. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah. Um, the second story, the second season, it's gonna follow the second part two of the video game, and
Okay.
I'm telling you, you're gonna be torn. You're gonna be torn because something.
Mm.
I'm not gonna tell anybody, but something happens in the show, and at the time when the game came out, it pissed off a lot of people. A lot of people. It was a huge discussion about right and wrong when it came to that. But I'm not gonna say
Mm.
anymore because it's really good, and
Okay.
I think you need to watch it.
Well,
Dieter,
since I'm not Hey Dieter, since I'm not familiar with the video game, I guess I'll just have to just watch it as if I'm just a regular viewer. Because I
you're
have
gonna
no
yeah,
idea.
it's gonna be really good. I think in a lot of ways the second one was better than the first video game.
S- So there's questionable moral it concerns or things
I
that
can't say any
happen.
I can't say any more without giving it away, but there's something. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about when the time comes. I want to know
Well,
what you think. I want to know what
okay.
everybody in the comment section thinks of it when it happens. I think
Mm-hmm.
Casanova's seen it. Looks like he's seen it, and I think he knows what I'm talking about. I believe he may know what I'm talking about if he played the second game or if he's seen it. He would know what I'm talking about. But yeah,
Okay.
big big issue.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a cliffhanger for every one of us that don't play the video game. So, oh, he said, "Yep." So, I guess the rest of us will have to wait and see what these two are talking about because, oh, Lisa Wright said she saw it too. All right, Lisa.
And Dieter still hanging in
Dieter.
there with us,
Thank
getting
you,
everybody
Dieter.
subscribed. Appreciate that, Dieter. I
Okay.
see y'all over there on Julie B Deep Dives channel. Y'all need to go check her out. She is
Mm-hmm.
an unbelievable YouTuber. She gets all
Mm-hmm.
these fantastic all these fantastic interviews,
Hmm.
and she's just an amazing lady. She does a fantastic job. So y'all go check her out. She covers from. She's gotten interviews with the man in yellow.
Hmm.
She's talked to him and a few other people. So
She's talked to him a few times, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So
Hmm.
go check her out. Dieter is a huge part of not only us but her. I mean,
Hmm.
he's been instrumental in helping my channel or our channel and
Hmm.
her. So
Hmm.
shout out to you, Dieter. Appreciate you being
Yep.
fantastic. And yeah, I hope Julie B keeps on rocking. Go check her out, man. And I think that's about all I got.
Okay.
About all
All
I
right.
got.
Okie dokie.
I want
All
to thank
right.
everybody for hanging out with us. We're trying to grow this channel,
We're
and
trying.
I really
Yep.
like hanging out with y'all on Thursdays, Fridays, whatever day it is, and just talking about movies and shows, just being dumb and just talking to y'all, hanging out. So I really appreciate it. I mean, even if we got 10 people, I don't even care. If it was one person here, I appreciate y'all hanging with us. So thank you.
All right. Yeah. I really just one more time, I just want to take a minute to thank all of you who join us week after week, who, if you can't watch us live week after week, like Dieter said, he probably watches the replay. So I really appreciate you guys. We really appreciate you guys. And again, I hope that you are willing to come and join us on Tuesdays when we start that on next Tuesday. But otherwise, we hope you guys stay safe and keep coming back, whether it's Tuesday or Thursday or both days. Just come and hang out with us and just act a couple fools. But we really appreciate you.
Uh, Dieter, hit me up offline. I don't know who. Let
Doug
me know what
is
you're talking about. Yeah, you just
that's
hit me
the
up in Discord and we'll talk about that.
man in yellow, I think. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, y'all be good.
All right.
Y'all
Thank
have
y'all
a
for
great
joining.
evening, and y'all stay out of trouble. I'll see
Yep.
y'all Tuesday.
Okay.
I'll holla.
Cheers.